At this point, after the vending machine, I found my hotel. I took a picture of their prices. It's all in Vietnamese, man. It's rough. It's rough. So initially he pointed out like a 300K, but then I told him, no, I don't want 12. I don't want 15 hours. I want 6 hours. And then he was like, we're doing some, sign language with my watch and with, the phone. And then finally he just pointed to the cheaper price and was like, okay, take 240. And 240 for 12 hours. That's about what I was quoted at the Dragon Hotel by the airport, which admittedly is much better, much better than this. They quoted me 200 for 12 hours. This is 240 for 15 hours. After the walk, after the haggling with the taxi. So the taxi, that's another thing. That fucking taxi. All right, so the taxi guy put on his meter. Now, obviously, they have to, right? That's the law. But they don't have to, negotiate separately. That meter said, I was getting worried as we're driving because I'm like, oh shit, man, this meter's going to die. Initially they quoted me 500,000. So I figured that I don't know, the meter as we're driving 35 kilometers or whatever it is, from the airport to here, the meter is going up. It's going 300, 400. It got up to 480 maybe, 480.00. And I'm thinking everything's in K, everything's in thousands. I'm thinking that does this meter really say I need to pay 480,000 when I negotiated with the drivers beforehand for 200,000? There's no way, right? I don't know. It's the middle of the night. Maybe they didn't want to cause a ruckus or whatever, or they're just better than the Philippines. I don't know. I feel like in the Philippines, if I got into a taxi, even if I had negotiated a lower rate with someone else, mind you, I didn't talk to the taxi driver. I talked to somebody else. They called the taxi over, whatever. I feel like there's a chance that they would be like, no. You see this meter running? You pay what's on the meter. I don't care if it's more. If the meter's more than the negotiated price, they're gonna be like, pay the meter, or we'll call the law or whatever. So it's my very first night here. I did not want to call the law. So if he had said, oh yeah, no, pay this 480K, cuz pay this 5K, 5 stacks. No, that's actually 5 stacks is 5,000. So 500 stacks. But anyway, I don't know what kind of position I would have been in to argue. I didn't record the negotiation, but I recorded right after, and then I took like screenshots of my phone. It was the price of a Grab was about the same as the price that we negotiated, 200K. The problem with Grab is, I don't have a credit card on file, so I couldn't use it, right? Well, maybe I could pay cash. I don't know. I have to check that out. But anyway, so the meter was like real high. But I'm thinking, there's no way, right? Why would he take half the amount if the meter said 400? So that 480, I'm thinking it was 48. That's what I'm thinking. I think it was 48,000. So even though they tried to quote me, they said, oh, pay 500, and I was like, fuck no, I'm not doing that. We got down to 200. 200 for about 40 kilometers is what I think, if I remember the map correctly. 200 for 40 kilometers. But anyway, he was happy with the 200, even though the meter said 480. So I'm running the numbers. I'm like, nah, man, no way. I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. You know, we stopped. We stopped in this alley, right? The place I'm scheduled to go tomorrow is like, I don't even know if it's in the hood, but this shit ain't nice. It's not a nice area. So we stopped in this back alley. This niggas watching some old woman setting up to hawk their wares for the early morning, and we get out. He pops the trunk. He don't say shit. He ain't say nothing. That meter was there. That meter was bright as hell. He ain't say nothing to me. He ain't say nothing. We got out, walked around the back. My bag, he didn't like accost me or nothing like that. I was like, okay, homie. And I pulled out the wrong amount. I pulled out only 20,000. And then he laughed. He was like, no, that's a 20, man. You gotta give me a 200. So I gave him. I was like, oh, my bad. It's dark. Whatever. I'm new with the money. I legit just gave this dude a 20 instead of a 200. I know now. 200s are gold. 20s are orange. Come on. But they're slightly smaller. 20 is slightly smaller. The 200 is bigger and it's gold. But anyway, so I gave him this 200. We dapped it up and that was it. But I'm thinking that ride was 48. So I need to be like, nah. But hit that meter, homie. Hit that meter next time. But other than that, I walked from the alleyway. I walked up the street. You know, I'm not a city cat, so maybe these streets are not bad for like a New York City type of place. I mean, this is the capital. This is Hanoi, Vietnam, the capital. Except it's 3 a.m. You know, I'm walking through the city, 3 a.m. with big ass bags, stick out like a sore thumb. Every driver on the motorbike is pitch black. They see my black ass. They see me and they see the hair. They're like, yelling out, hey, you know. It's like, I'm a mark. I was a mark. 3 a.m. walking down the shitty streets and with no cell phone service. But I saw that there was a gas station up the way on the Google Maps. You know, luckily I had been searching this place so much, it had a little bit of, you know, the surroundings in the cachet. So saw that there was a, gas station, and I walked however many 4 or 5 blocks up to the gas station, bought some water. Then, as I take my water, life, delicious, cool water. It's 30 degrees in this motherfucker. Delicious water. I put the water down. I turn around and then right across the street from the gas station, this is Duquesne. What's this hotel called? Duquesne. The Duquesne Hotel. I see Duquesne Hotel. Oh, motherfucker. And I go over there, going, and here I am. And this is a nice room. Look, like double bed. I got like a family room. With the slow ass air conditioner. That shit's slow as hell, but the fan's okay. Let me get naked, get under that fan, turn on the TV, go to sleep, wake up. I want to try to be out by 9. Haven't eaten in a while, so my eyes are really fitful sleep on the plane. But anyway, get some rest, took a shower, took a dump. It's not so bad, It's a challenge. I mean, so far, all these places are a challenge. If you black, it's just not that many black people about. And the ones I do see, they look African for real. Like, and I'm not just talking about color. Like, Africans got their own kind of swag, but it's not. They're not niggas. They're not. They don't have. So you can tell. You your subconscious can see that's my nigga over there. You hit him with the bow, and they'll hit you back. The African, y'all do a little eye lock because y'all the only two black faces in the building. You did an eye lock. Like, should we? You know, it's like, should do we? Should we Captain Planet or what's? You know that it's like an expectation within yourself, but also you feel like external pressure of everybody's like, do they know each other? Or, because I know they can't tell the difference between us, but I can see clear as day. You not me, nigga. You not me. So it's always a thing when I see an African person. You see travelers in Asia. Asians all over, but different Asians from all over be everywhere. So that's not a sight. They don't care. And then number two you see is Indians. Indians come, they go all over the place. But, they stand out, but people see them often enough that they, oh, that's an Indian. Maybe they'll make a, off-color joke about some Indian stereotype, money or something like that, stinking of money. You get that. And then the third traveler you see is some white people, and they're all the same. I'm not trying to say white people are all the same, but white people. But you see a lot of, right? So you see a lot of different Asians, like everywhere. Then you see a lot of Indians, just everywhere. Just Indians, and they travel in, I don't mean it like that. Not they travel in packs, but, they stick together. They go places. They stick together. They form communities. It's a great thing. Love an Indian person, Pakistani, whatever. Brown people do their thing, and then you see white people. They be in groups of two or one, but you see so many of them that it's just like, oh, there's a white guy. Oh, there's another one. Oh, I saw 3 white guys today. Or I saw 5 white guys today. You see them. But black people, right? Black people you don't see. I'm sure there's some people who go to the airport all the time and they see a bunch of black people. But the black people they see is probably Africans, because Africans be traveling. They be traveling, they go different places and do their work or whatever. But black Americans, I see them at the visa office, I seen them at the visa office, but other than that, maybe like twice. I was in Philippines for 2 years. I lived there, right? I lived in different places. So it's not like I'm just like some traveler who's like going to clubs or just here. Santa Rosa, I lived there. San Pedro, I lived there. And these were months at a time. I'm just in the same area, going around living life, whatever. And then there's nobody else. You see some Africans, but they're not you, so they don't count. But, in that 2 years, and I won't count the times I went to the visa office in Manila. The provincial visa offices or the local offices, including this time, I've maybe seen 3. 3 in 2 years. 3 black dudes. Not counting the visa office in Manila, because I've seen a bunch there. I've seen a big gaggle of old black dudes yucking it up. Right. And so here, I'm certain it's even less, because they don't speak English at all in this motherfucker. This is not the Philippines. In the Philippines, the shit is in English. I mean, I'm lucky this place said hotel. I was about to bust out the Google Translate and be like, what's the Vietnamese for hotel? Because I didn't expect to see it, but it said hotel. Duc An Hotel. I took my black ass over here. But yeah, so there's so many fucking diacritical marks, accents and circumflexes and ligament. I don't know all the words for the signs. There's so many. But so even if it is in semi intelligible, which is not, they got the letters, but they don't make sense. It's too much. It's a blast at the senses. It's hard to catch the individual word patterns. There's too many alternate versions of the same shit. So it's gonna be a rough time. But I think it's the best way. In the Philippines, you can get lazy. You don't ever have to learn Filipino. You don't ever have to learn Tagalog or whatever because you'll be just fine with just English. They will try. Here, you might get one word, like with the hotel guy here. He didn't say a single English word. He was like, he just pointing. He took my watch in his hand. He was like, I'm talking, I used to Google Translate. He could read what I said, but he couldn't respond. But in Vietnamese, so the cabbie, we didn't talk at all. He might have had one or two words. The hustler, the negotiator, he might have had 10, but not it was all talking money. Easy to say your numbers. They got the numbers down. You can say 200, 500. But he didn't say 500,000. He just said 500. And I'm like 200K. They can understand 200,000, but they don't say it back. It's like 200, 500. They said like far. What else? When they was trying to say, because I'm like, nah, man, the bus is going to cost me 55, 65. I'll pay you, I'll pay you 100, And it's like, far. And then they were trying to say, how many kilometers is it from here to there, so they can give me a better price. But all he could say was, kilometer. That's it. And I'm like, I pull up the map and I'm trying to say, it's useless. I could read every letter, but I can't say what they spell. I don't have that tongue yet. So those tones, those glottal stops, I don't have that yet. So even if I read everything perfectly, Duke Ann, that's wrong. This is the Duke Ann Hotel, but I'm saying it 100% wrong. But the streets were fine. Even when I was in there ain't no love in the heart of the city. Even once I was there, I ain't feel no hate. So I'm walking down the street 3 a.m. Ain't nobody fuck with me. Actually, wasn't nobody on the road. It's kind of weird. It's like a San Francisco type of city, maybe. Everything's closed. Why is everything closed? This is the capital. Why is anything closed? The market, the mart, whatever, anything called blah 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 mart should be open for 24/7. But I passed like 3 of those blah 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 marts, all gated up. What's going on, man? It shouldn't be. It's the city, man. Open. The hotel was open, so gas station was open. There wasn't nobody at that motherfucker. Just a nice vending machine. Which tempted to walk. It's right across the way. I just walk back over there. I want to try one of them Fat Boy Red Bulls. They got Red Bulls and Fat Boy cans. That's crazy. Anyway, it's cool. I'm still tempted to go back to the airport tomorrow. Get some Popeyes. Oh, goddamn. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna hit the hay. Stay tuned. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do this every day, but I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something every day. Anyway, y'all have a good night on the other side of the world.